I've woken up on many a mountain in the Lake District, but this is the first time I've woken up on a loch with mountain views. I am absolutely loving Scotland, and this is only day 3. Right then, we're all packed up, but before we leave the shores of Loch Lomond and this lovely spot, I thought I'd give you a little insight as to what it was like last night trying to get to sleep next to the shores of Loch Lomond. Bit of a party going on further up. There was somebody absolutely murdering a Robbie Williams song. I can guarantee Robbie Williams was not in the house last night. Early hours, there was something crawling around the tent or trying to get in the tent. I guess it was a little field mouse or something like that, and it was after my food pouch. About 3 AM, a couple of people walked past on the path, very loud voices and very bright head torches. And then just as I put my rucksack on, I've noticed a pile of tissue paper, half buried. So yeah, someone's had a dump here. But apart from all that, it's been very memorable. And it's a memory I'm not going to forget. Maybe I'll try and forget the Robbie Williams bit, but yeah. Right, welcome to day 3. Let's get going. So I'm still continuing along the lower path. I've just gone over a mile since leaving camp this morning, and it's not been too bad. Quite a narrow path in sections, plenty of boulders and tree roots and stuff to climb over, but it's been fine. I wouldn't recommend it in the height of midge season because you are right by the loch, and I probably wouldn't recommend it in bad weather. I imagine the rocks and everything are quite slippy. But if you're looking to add a little bit more adventure to your trip, yeah, I'd definitely recommend the lower path. So today my plan is to get to Beinglas campsite, which is 13 miles in total. And I know there they've got a cafe stroke restaurant, so I'll be able to have a decent meal tonight and hopefully a breakfast tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to continue along the lower path, and eventually it'll meet up with the higher path. Right, so we're back on the main path. From camp it was just over 2.5 miles, and I reckon I was just short of half a mile from where I did camp to where I actually went down onto the lower walk. So you're probably looking at about just under 3 miles long. Yeah, I'm glad I did it actually. I'm glad I went that way. Right, let's keep plugging away and tick some more miles off. This is a very nice place. Got to take your boots off though, with your shoes and your rucksack, and go and order a coffee and that in the bar. So I've got a coffee, bag of crisps, Kit Kat, and a can of Iron Brew, £7.50. And they let you charge stuff up as well. Yeah, I wonder how much it is to stay in here at night. Look at the view. Right, gonna have my brew, charge things up a bit, and we'll get going again. What a lovely hotel that is. Definitely worth the stop. Fill your water bottles up for free as well. I wonder how much it is to stay there a night. Right, let's keep going. 8 miles to go. Long way of getting your sense out. So after the Inversnaid Hotel, the paths do get a lot more rocky and a lot more up and down. I've just come down that bit there, and it's pretty much like this all the way. Yeah, I can see why people don't like this section, but you've got to do it. So you just keep plugging away, do it at your own pace. Whoa, this bit gets a bit tight. We did it. For a moment then I thought I was out the Loch Lomond section, but no, it's still going. Been on some paths in my time, but this Loch Lomond path is on another level. There's places where it's not even a path. This is one crazy path. I think that's the Loch Lomond section done. I think. So I'm going to stop here for a bit, get the rucksack off, take on some water. That was very slow and very tough going. Yeah. Right. 10 minutes here and then we'll crack on. I've only got about 4 miles I think left to do, so not too far. So that was the last of the loch section. Thank goodness for that. And it looks like we're just going to go past one of the boffies. So I might stick my head in if it's open. This is one of the bosses. If you wanted to stay here, it's not somewhere I'd stay unless I was very desperate. No. Get a fire pit if you wanted a fire. But no, it's definitely not somewhere I'd stay. Alright, let's keep going. We've arrived at Beinglas campsite. I haven't booked this one. I did email them and they said just turn up, they'll have room. Right, let's get checked in and see if they have. So I've got all pitched up at Beinglas campsite. If you're backpacking the West Highland Way, it's no problem at all just to turn up and they can sort you out a pitch. £15 for the night per person, cash or card. There are some pods here, so if you want to book a pod you can stay in a pod for the night rather than camping. There's a bar restaurant here, so I'm going to make use of that later on. Have a burger and chips I think, and a couple of pints. There's obviously showers and toilets. I've just been and had a nice hot shower, so feeling clean again. And there's also a shop here that doubles as reception, that sells pretty much everything that you would need on the West Highland Way. So stats wise today I've done about 13 miles, so less than yesterday, but it feels like it's been a lot tougher day today. The Loch Lomond section, it just carried on and on and on, and I was really glad when I got to the end of that. You just couldn't get into any rhythm, and you were up and down, climbing over boulders and rocks and going over bridges, up wooden staircases. Yeah, it was quite a tough, long going section. So yeah, I was glad to get to the end of that. So like I say, I'm going to go and get a burger and chips I think, and a few pints. So I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 4 of the West Highland Way. See you in the morning. Good morning, welcome to day 4 of the West Highland Way. So I'm just leaving Beinglas campsite. Nice site, it's got everything that you need if you're walking the West Highland Way. Nice meal last night, breakfast this morning, plenty of coffee. But I would recommend that you take earplugs, because it did get a bit noisy last night. One or two people making use of the bar facilities. So fairly short day today. I've only got 10 mile into Tyndrum, and I'm going to be staying at By the Way camping, which is where I've got a pod booked. So a bit of luxury tonight. It actually rained through the night, and this morning it's looking very moody over the fells. So I hope that lifts and the sun comes out. Hope it don't rain again. Right. Let's get a few miles ticked off. This cover must be securely fixed to a position before access is allowed. Access to what? So we're just over 3.5 miles in since leaving Beinglas, and it's been mainly walking alongside of the river, up and down. The sun's trying to come out up there, but it is quite grey. It's very humid though. I took the hoodie off, starting to get a sweat on. And I've only seen a couple of people on the walk this morning, so I think if you're looking for a bit of solitude on the walk, you need to get up early and get going. So we're at the low bridge. Mr. Taylor, your fan Dixie's been here. Right. Open your neck. That was a bit low. So I think that's the tunnel section done, and being short is definitely an advantage, although the second one's not too bad. I can feel a bit of rain. No, it's not going to rain. It's not going to rain. It's not going to rain. Please don't rain. So we've reached the Kinlarnock crossroads where the glens met, and the sun's come out. Told you it wasn't going to rain. On the map this is marked as forest. As you can see, a lot of it's been chopped down. Looks like the wood chopper's been busy with his chopper. Stunning views though. Just a shame about the forest. They haven't chopped this one down. Not yet anyway. So we're out the forest section, across a very busy main road, across a lovely bridge, and we're less than 2 miles from Tyndrum now. So yeah, not long. It's been a very short day today, very easy day, a pleasant day. So we're just passing Strath-Filling wigwams. Very crooked sign, which is marked on the map. Oh, it has got closed everywhere. Maybe that's why I couldn't find any information about it. It's got closed written on the doors. Yeah, it's there. too sure if it's open. It doesn't look open. Yeah, it is closed. It says that on the sign there. Right, bit of road crossing again. And then back into the woods. Yes, that's a big tent. It's only 1:30. But in Scotland, it's legal. You can do that. Can't in the Lake District. So this is where they reckon Robert the Bruce threw his longsword into the loching over there. And apparently local legends suggest it lies here to this day. Quite a big sword that, if that's the scale. But yeah, I'm not going in the loch looking for it, or locking as they're called. I'm looking forward to my pod. Imagine if the sword was still there and someone found it. It'd be absolutely priceless. I'd probably end up in a Scottish museum. It's quite a cool name, Robert the Bruce. So Scotland got Robert the Bruce and England got Bruce Forsyth. Both legends in my mind. I mean, come on. Brucey will go down in history, just like Robert the Bruce. He just didn't have a big sword. He had a big chin. We've arrived. 500 metres on the left. Cool. Nearly there. We've arrived. Right, let's get checked in. This isn't by the way camping. By the way camping is a bit further down. Oops. We've arrived. Right, let's get checked in. Right, so let's see what my camping pod's like, or hut. This is home for the night. It's a bit compact and bijou, but it'll do. And a bed. Oh, that's comfy. Right, get things sorted. Go and have a shower, I think. I'll catch you in a bit. So I've got all sorted in my little hut. Give you a little look round. Won't take very long because it's not that big. So I've got a bed for the night in my sleeping bag. Everything on charge. And then all my gear on this side. And that's my view. And I'm literally watching all the people that were at Beinglas, or most of the people that was at Beinglas, come in here So, been and had a shower, had a shave. Really good showers, nice and hot. There's washing facilities here as well. So I'm going to go and wash a couple of t-shirts and wash some socks and stuff. Really easy day today. Stats wise, I've only done just over 12 mile. And it was fairly easy walking. You just basically leave the campsite, Beinglas campsite, follow the river, up through a forest that's not there because it's all been chopped down, and then you go through another forest, a little bit of road walking and you're here. So yeah, really really easy day today. So I'm going to go do some washing, and then I'm going to nip into Tyndrum. Might pop my head in the touristy shop, the Green Welly, and then there's a couple of cafes and that, so I'm going to go and have proper food again tonight. So I shall see you all tomorrow morning for day 5 of the West Highland Way. See you tomorrow.